Hey everybody, it's Rabbit. So today what we're going to be looking at some Merkava Mark 3B gameplay. Merkava Mark 3B is the 10.0 Merkava. It has the gun from the 11.0 Merkava, but it has the hull that's a lot closer to the 9.0 Merkava if you want to remember it. And I was kind of tired at this point, so I wasn't really interested in strategizing. I was just like, let's just drive, whatever happens, happens. But despite being kind of tired, I could still click on things. So, you know, this still ended up way better than it probably had any right to. You're kind of watching for anybody else. Like, okay, cool. And we have this light tank behind us. This is a nice route to take. Sometimes people watch it, sometimes they don't. And we're about to figure out if they watch it. And we're like, oh, hey, there's one. Critically hit him, got the assist. It's fine. Just keep moving. If you're going to take this route, you want to do it very fast, and you want to do it as quickly as possible, just FYI. So, currently at 1 assist, nothing too crazy. And here's where I realize I have people to my immediate left, and I'm like, okay, cool. Don't have to worry about that. Let's just plow through this. And of course, we have a light tank following up immediately behind us, who's using our fat booty as cover. And we're just like, oh, hey, it's a Storm Tiger. Just get rid of that real quick. Don't really know why he's here, but whatever. And this is where I'm like, oh, this could be a problem. So we immediately knock out a T-72. And then everybody's head starts turning. The light tank also gets in kind of a weird position. Like, I was trying to get out of his way. But, now somebody in this whole mess smokes. We knock out another Storm Tiger. Yeah, this is where we're like, okay, I'm trying to, like, see past all these wrecks. We have 2 light tanks. We hit his barrel, but don't damage his barrel. And this is where somebody pops smoke. I think it was the Leopard 2. And that just turns what was already kind of a mess into even more of a mess, where we're just like, you know what, I can barely tell what the hell's going on. Let's just drive forward. I hope somebody isn't behind me. Yada, yada, yada. I don't really have a better plan. I can barely tell, like, I can't really tell what's going on. Pretty sure I'm, like, on a wall or something. This guy's trying to get past me. I'm like, oh, I see the outline of him. Immediately shoot the middle. There goes the terms. So we're already up to like 4 kills. Just driving through a wall of smoke. I'm just like, okay, that was cool. Is there an enemy over here? This is where I accidentally shoot the Abrams. I accidentally shoot the Abrams because there was still a marker left over from an enemy in this area. And I couldn't immediately see his name tags. It's okay, friendly fire isn't on, but I was like, what the hell? And that's where I get my turret knocked out by the T-72. I'm like, balls. Like, okay, well, even if I die here, 4 kills, 2 assists. Honestly, considering that I'm like kind of half asleep at this point, I will definitely take this result. Let's sit here and repair and see what we can make happen. So our initial push went pretty well. These little T-14 going by, like, alright, cool. I'm like, is there anything I can do? And this is where I see the T-14 get, like, aced, and I'm like, well, here around the corner. And I see this 2S-38, and I'm like, man, the 2S-38, though, for some reason can't get around all of the wrecks. Like, there's just too many corpses for it to navigate or something, and it's just like, what do I do? And then it just, like, turns around and leaves. Like, I'm not actually sure that it couldn't have gotten around them, especially because one of them is a T-14, and that thing weighs, like, 2 pounds. But, like, whatever. Like, the T-14 is an incredibly light vehicle. I'm pretty confident 2S-38 can knock him out. At this point, I'm also kind of like, you know what? I don't know if that guy's gone or not, but whatever. We're just going to go on point. We're going to get some crew back, because I have no idea what's going on here. We're down to only 2 crew. I would like to get my loader back, because not having loader is really obnoxious in this tank. It already doesn't have the fastest reload. So we see a 2S-38 knock out our teammate, which is not good. We would definitely like for that to not happen. But at the end of the day, like, we're still, like, you can't cancel a crew replenishment, so we're just like, alright, whatever. There we just get hit in the side of the turret, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have a good way to shoot him. He's like retreating back there. I'm like, alright, whatever. Oh, here's a great tip, 2S-38. And all 3 crew are just in the front of the tank like that. So if you ever see the front of the tank, just do that. We go back down to 2 crew. Huzzah. Always my favorite. Okay, so we actually did, like, do some damage and set him on fire, but fortunately that helicopter helps us out there. So we're at, 5 kills, 3 assists, just kind of wandering around. At this point, I'm like, you know, I really, really want to kill this T-72. Like, words cannot express how much I want to kill this guy. Because he hit me like 3 or 4 times, and like, that just gets annoying. Like, I'm like trying to like peek the angle a little, and I'm like, Or here I'm just like, I'm using the audio cues, that's what I was doing. I was like listening to see if like he was nearby, and I'm like, well, I don't hear anybody nearby, F it, let's just back up and see what happens. He's not at that, and I'm like, he's not at that point, which means he's probably somewhere else. So I back up, and I'm like, there he is. Just barely sneak this shot in. Cool, 6 shots. Eat that. Like, why you gotta shoot me, bro? Here I'm like, alright. At this point, like, the adrenaline stops, and I'm like, okay. We have control of the points, we've got 6 kills, we've got 3 assists. I'm just gonna chill here. Or, like, wander around, see if I can see anything to shoot at, but otherwise I'm fine just chilling here for the rest of the map. And yeah, that is the Merkava Mark III-B. As long as you're not just sitting there as a completely stationary target, it can often take a bit of a beating. The turret's kind of trolly, the hull is kind of trolly. It has a weird internal layout that a lot of people still aren't that familiar with. Like, I don't think it's a bad tank. It's not, like, the best tank, but, you know, it works. But it's not fast, but it's mobile enough most of the time. So overall, I'd generally say you should recommend it. It's a pretty good pickup. And honestly, its top shell at 10.0 is absolutely bonkers. Like, its top shell has a maximum penetration of, like, 589 millimeters or something, which is completely insane for, like, a 10.0 MBT. So yeah, you should definitely check it out. And it is, of course, a very stylish looking tank, as all of the Merkavas are. So have a nice day, everybody.